Well, Melissa, I know today the landscape for real estate certainly is a lot different than when my husband and I looked for our first home, which was, believe it or not, almost 40 years ago. Back in those days, if you were looking for a house, you only had the newspaper. And it was a real big deal when the Patriot Ledger came out with that weekly section that was like the Friday section for homes of the week or whatever they called it back then.
Yes.
And today, of course, people can not only look online, but there are so many things that people think they can do completely on their own, absent of any kind of a professional service. So if you were out looking to sell your home, you've owned your home for a number of years, you think you either want to buy up, buy down, move out of the area, what are some things that a consumer should be asking a professional?
Great question, Terry, especially as it would pertain directly to sellers. Sellers typically are selling their properties for a certain reason, and for each homeowner that could be a completely different reason. Some are looking to upsize, maybe they need some more space. Some are looking to downsize, maybe they have currently far more space than they would ever need, or maybe they need to relocate to be closer to family that's far away, or maybe work would take them to a different area. Overall, the questions that they need to ask any realtor are specific to their situation. But I, again, like to start my consultation with the client by asking them the questions. And the question I would first ask would be, tell me about your plans. Where do you need to be? Why are you thinking of moving? What are your reasons for needing to make this move? Do you have a certain price in mind? Do you feel your home has a certain value? Outside of those questions, which are very practical and will lead the realtor and the consumer to make the right plan, the most important thing is really, have you ever worked with a professional realtor before to buy or sell a property? And that might sound like an odd question, one they probably haven't even thought of. But for me, as the professional, this for me sets a standard of what they're going to expect of me. I will always ask them as well, is there any kind of a disappointing experience that you've had with a realtor? What are you looking to avoid? Is there anything specific that would make this a really great sale transaction for you? What would a great transaction look like to you?
Those are great questions to ask a client.
Well, the more I know about their needs and wants, again, the more I can tailor their plan to them. When a consumer comes to me and they say, we're relocating in 60 days, we need to have this house sold in 90 days, that's a completely different plan than, well, we're thinking about maybe selling 6 months from now, what can we do to get the most money for our house? Those are different aspects, as would also be for someone who's in the unfortunate situation of maybe they're facing a foreclosure. My house is going to be foreclosed in 45 days. What can I do to avoid that? That's a very different plan than someone who's looking to relocate, downsize, or upsize. So understanding what the consumer needs is the key to success.
Absolutely. Thank you, Melissa.
You're welcome. Thank you.